My next show.
What's good, my beautiful people, and my ugly people as well? You're about to watch an episode of Charlie Sloth's Wrap Up. Now, the show normally lives on the iPlayer, but it only lives there for 30 days, and my beautiful friends from outside of the UK can't watch the show, so now we're bringing it here to YouTube. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Now remember, if you want to watch exclusive episodes of the Wrap Up, you've got to go to the BBC iPlayer. You can do that by clicking right here. You see that there? Magic, fam, man's like dynamo. I'm a magician inside the Wrap Up, cuz. Get involved. Welcome to another amazing episode of Charlie Sloth's Wrap Up. Your weekly dose of everything that's popping in the world of hip hop, rap, and grime. Ain't no show that does it like this. Man's changing the game with a flick of the wrist. Yes, my watch is from Switzerland, but today it's all about Swiss. Oh gosh, a man like Jamie and Krebs and Conan, they lead the mobile nominations with 4 each. Yes, man said 4 each, closely followed by Stormzy and FKA Twigs with 3 each. That is a mad thing. Oh, this is my favorite story of the week. Link Up TV and GRM Daily, they've been going head to head, blow for blow on Instagram and Twitter. Check it out.
You see Link Up TV, it's Grime Daily's son. Like, I mean, Grime Daily's your dad, SBTV is your mum. We don't respect you.
Millions everywhere, Rupert. 1, 2. Jeez, that's 2, you know.
And we gotta check out some of the hottest videos that have dropped this week.
All the successful ghetto people, look at what we become. No matter what, we can't forget where we're from. This is my story.
Heartless and my crew so solid. Since Channel U, we've been trying to get cropping. Can't miss the one, I'm not on a long edge. Them man are too broke to even pay homage.
Man, she a rider, only see her a designer. Baddest B.O. you was behind her. She got the main line, you got the light car.
Today on the show, we're joined by Swiss for an exclusive live performance and an interview. But first, let's check in with this week's in-house producer, who goes by the name of Carns Hill. Man, like Carns Hill, what's going on, bro? You good? Good to see you, bro.
Good, yeah.
And where's the name come from, man?
I used to be Carnage and it got shortened down to Carns.
But what records you been responsible for?
Showtime, Blade Brown, Throwback, Young Teflon, Take It There, 6-7.
So you got 3 beats for me to hit today, yeah?
Yeah, man.
What's the first one?
The first one's called Let It Flow.
Okay. That's bad. The driving it, the melodies, proper sick record, bro.
Next one's called Star Wars.
How'd you go about naming your records?
I normally don't name them, you know.
Serious? Thought you just throw some names today. I know. This one's bad, man. The atmospheric sounds in there, the synth, the 808. That's bad, that's strong, bro.
This one's called Chillin'.
Man was chilling when he made this one.
Laid back thing.
That's sick as well. The strings and that are epic, man. Real cinematic. I was seeing better different movies in my head when I heard that. For me, though, my favourite record out of them has got to be Star Wars.
Me too, man.
Yeah? Don't know. So we're going to go with number 2, Star Wars. That's a record you're going to hear throughout the rest of the show. Man, like, Carns. Pick it up, bruv. Oh, gosh. I'm joined in the basement right now by a real legend in this team. Man, like, sweet.
You're right,
bruv. You good?
Cool, man.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Let's take it back, way back. How did it all start for Swiss?
Well, before the Soul Solid period, myself, Cash, who sang the chorus on 21 Seconds, Seth sang the chorus on Broken Silence, we'll probably talk about that later. Mega and myself, we had a group back in the day called Too Hype, Too Young. We was influenced by the whole swing era, Teddy Riley, so we was doing the little Boys to Men thing, do you get what I'm saying? And other than that, I was singing in the church, and that's kind of where music started for me. Coming up to the Soul Solid period, I started as a DJ, and I was the first DJ on the light. I always hail myself as the first DJ. But back then, I weren't good. I was clanging all over the place. My first set was Pots and Pans. And I had people laughing at me in the studio and then developed into what you know as Swiss, the rapper.
So what was that transition from being a DJ to an MC to a rapper? What was the moment where you was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this rap thing, you know?
I think it was just the guys just inspired by Neutrino, Romeo, Asher D, and just hearing them. I was never really a garage MC. I could always rap. So even before I was DJing, I was rapping anyway. I was just inspired by them, man. And when it came to like transitioning from the first album into the second, hip hop, I was already working on my album. So when Broken Silence was chosen as the first single for the second album, it was inevitable that I would be the person that would be chosen to do that because, you know, I was the rapper of the group, so.
When I speak to a lot of artists from the new school, they always mention So Solid, yourself, as people that they listen to on their journey to get where they're at now. Who inspired you on your way up?
It's all the cliche names, isn't it? Jay-Z, Nas. Cannabis was a rapper I followed a lot. So that was like the era that mostly intrigued me from 94 upwards. But I think the first album that I really, when I was on the street and that really took to me was Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Crazy album. Don't know, when it comes to bars, when it comes to freestyles, when it comes to heat, when it comes to being the #1 freestyle platform in the world, there can only be one thing that I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about fire in the booth. Let's see what we got in store for you this week.
Enemies be getting burnt, touch the bread and get toast, melted grilled cheese, chumps like toast, finesse the foreign switch lanes like my brother changes, slush puppies galore, forever catch a brain freeze. Private joke still, Alex call me a Julie card, brown skin appeal. I'm under 25, already blew a $250,000. I deal with facts only, I gotta keep it true.
So there you go, that's what you're getting from this week's Fire in the Booth. Remember, you can check out the full thing on the Saturday Night Rap Show, BBC Radio 1, BBC Radio 1 Extra from 10 p.m. Let's talk about the So Solid days. Like, how much competition was there amongst the artists in there? Because obviously, when it comes to the pen, you're mad with it. You're mad with it. So was there a moment where them man was like, raw?
All the garage MCs were in competition with each other on garage. So when it came to hip hop, as I said, that was more my thing. So when it came to supporting me and doing that, it wasn't really seen as competition. When Oxide and Tino invited me onto Rap This, because it was called Rap This, they invited me onto there because they knew I was a rapper. Like, raw, Swiss is really like, you know what I'm saying, about this thing. As time went along, I was always known as the rapper and they was always known as the garage MC. So it weren't really competition. It was more a support system. Like, it's your time now.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it. First bar you've ever written. What was the first thing you've ever penned?
Good question. I wouldn't be able to remember, you know, fam. I don't know. My name was Spud in Too Hype Too Young.
Spud?
Yeah, bro.
Wow,
Spud. Man was mocking me, bro. I had a big head when I was younger, so I don't know if I still got a big head now, actually. Back in the group Too Hype Too Young, we had a tune called Save This World, and I think my lyrics from that was like, we were spitting American back then. Well, yes, it's Spud, springing out like a cotton bud. When I get groovy, watch me move. See, if I can't do that, I'm gonna stand up for my rights. Yeah, fight. One of them, a bait, that was just a bait lyric, like, but that was my 8 bar for that song.
As we count down to the biggest live event of the year in Leeds, October 17th, I can only be talking about one thing. That's right, I'm talking about One Extra Live. So on the lead up to One Extra Live, let's see who popped into the BBC Radio 1 Extra Studios this week.
And it tells me Sinead, she's a pretty little Irish thing, Caribbean island mix, beauty like a violet and her eyes are like a diamond ring. Can see her looking right at me, and when she walks up to the floor it's just so obvious. Give me love, give me love, give me love and attention, my dear.
It's MC, why in a rave? Why in a rave? Why am I in a rave? In a box? Why am I in a box? Cause about to murk, yes.
I text your mom. She didn't text back. So then I decided to text your dad. I text your mom. She didn't text back. And then I decided to text your dad.
Every artist that we get to come through, we always ask them for their top 5. Now, before we get into your top 5, I've got to put it out there that 90% of the artists always put your record Cry in the top 5.
That's crazy.
How does that feel? Like knowing, because obviously the scene right now is in a beautiful space, bro. Probably in the most healthiest space
it's ever been. Yeah.
And there's so many artists thriving, and to know that you've played a part in that, leading the way for the artists that are shutting it down today. How does that feel for you?
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't know the song made that much of an impact on people's hearts. And every time it gets mentioned, I'm like, whoa, I'm humbled. Did you get what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that I can be, even just away from what we've done as So Solid, me as an artist myself, I'm glad I can have that impact on, you know, all the individuals that are doing their thing right now in the game. It's in a beautiful place.
It's time to get into your top 5, cuz.
I knew he was gonna ask me this, you know. I was thinking about it when I came up, but
top 5 records of all time. Start with number 5.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be of all time because it's kind of hard.
Just UK.
Just, yeah, UK. All right then. So I think I'm gonna start with P's and Q's.
Kano.
You know, Kano, big record, groundbreaking, game-changing, lyrically and production-wise. It's one of those standout tunes for grime. This is in no particular order. I'm not saying, you know, 5's better than 1 but
yeah, but it kind of is.
My next one is probably gonna be I Love You, Dizzy. You get me? That was a groundbreaking song. The production on it was crazy. The vibe of it, do you get what I'm saying? It was groundbreaking as well. My next one is gonna be Jungle. I'm either looking at Incredible or UK Apache's Nutter. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll go with Nutter because I don't think it's as known commercially as Incredible. So I'll go with Nutter on that. That's an underground classic. What am I on? 3? That's 3, yeah?
Yeah, 2 now.
2. This one's hard. I think I'm gonna go with Pow, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pow. After 21 Seconds, I feel like that was the next big collaboration that brought a lot of MCs forward to the forefront in the grime scene. So it held it up for grime. It was groundbreaking, and plus it was part of the one of the anthems for the students that were protesting for their tuition fees. You know, that was the tune that they played out in the street. So that's a historical moment in British history, I think. So I think Power deserves that. And I'm gonna go for number 1. I'm gonna go with Oh No, So Solid. Yeah, because I was in the studio with Wiley, and he was like, "Who made that song?" And I was like, "Mega." He was like, "That's the first grime song." And for like, who's known as the king of grime to say that, I think that's very humbling of him, first of all. And it was revealing for me, because I never thought of it like that. But you know, for him to be the king of grime because he started the genre, whatever inspired him must mean a lot to the grime scene as well. And if that's the track that inspired him, that he says is number 1, I'm gonna make that number 1.
That's mad. I respect that.
Cool, man.
I don't know.
Yikes, what's good with it? It's your boy Tino, come on. Today I'm down at Money Clothing in Camden where I'm gonna be showing you those dope drops, so let's get it. What you're looking at is the suede low tops from Money Clothing. Likes. What I'm liking about this shoe is the suede outer all over. They're embossed logos on the side and the back, and it's got the athletic. So the camo cartoon backpack with the Money and Bobby Abley collab. Likes. Alright, what I'm liking is the leather interior, the cartoon emojis all over the camo print, and it's got multiple compartments. Alright, here we got the feedback crew neck from Money Clothing. Likes. The black and red riff pattern across the whole crew neck. The reflective Money Clothing symbol across the front with like a camo reflective behind it. And the fit, man. 4.5 yikes. 3.5 yikes. 4 yikes. Money.
Thanks for that, Tino. More dope drops next week. Yikes. So, bro, out of all the records you've made, because you have got a crazy catalogue of big records, what record is most personal to you?
The most personal would probably be Cry. It took me a month to write it. Some people say like, how did it come about? How do you do it? It took me a month to write it. At the time, it was, my brother was in jail and my friend was in jail. You know, it was quite a big charge. And I think it was just a time in my life where I was very introspective. I was listening to the Lauryn Hill album and that really inspired some of the content in that song. So I think that's the most personal song to me. And obviously it's the most personal to my fans as well, because it always gets brought up, you know. It's one of them things I can never get away from it. Even on the new song I brought out, when you read the comments, someone said like, his biggest hit will always be Cry. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my most personal song.
Still to come on the show today, we've got an exclusive live performance of MLK, courtesy of Swiss. And of course, we've got all the gossip from our US correspondent, Valerie Lora. But right now, let's get back to Swiss. If you had to pick one moment in your career that really stands out and that will live with you forever, what would that one moment be?
I think it would be the success of Broken Silence, because I didn't really imagine that. It sold about 45 to 50,000 in its first week, you know, among the likes of the Madonnas and whoever was in the chart at the time. And that's when I thought, you know what? Let me start taking this a bit more serious. So that's what stood out for me, Broken Silence. I weren't speaking bubblegum stuff on that. Do you get what I'm saying? That was like some real hip hop stuff. And I'm not even sure if there's a song that's like that, of that caliber and that content that has been in the chart since. So I'm really proud of that moment.
And it's a record that can still be played today and still sounds as relevant today as it did. Well, how many years is that? It's like 9 years.
That came out in 03, I think.
12 years?
Yeah, 03.
Wow.
Crazy, isn't it? Time flies, man.
That is
making me feel old now.
Making me feel old, cuz.
Hey Charlie, it's Valerie Lora bringing you all the gossip from New York City. Wu-Tang Clan founder RZA, who is also a vegan, was honored by PETA at their 35th anniversary gala with a humanitarian award. Every time the game drops a new album, he has a habit of firing shots. In the crosshairs, this week was Lupe Fiasco. On the track 100, Game calls Lupe weird. Lupe reacted by posting a link to Radiohead's song Creep. After spending 2 months in jail for not paying child support, DMX is a free man and said that due to overwhelming support from his friends and fans, he'll be going in the studio to record music. Nicki Minaj is looking for someone to play young Nicki in the forthcoming TV comedy series based on her life. Now Charlie, whenever a crazy rapper drops a new video, you know I'm gonna tell you about it. Well, this week, Tyler the Creator dropped the visuals for Buffalo. Check this out.
How many leaders in the house? Well, can somebody bring the mirrors out? I'm getting lonely.
That's all for me, Charlie. See you next week.
Thanks for that, Valerie. More gossip next week. Don't know. Ooh, sure. Now, bro, you got new music out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the new record that just dropped.
Yeah, man. Man Like King. That record there is something that I dropped for Black History Month because I just feel like there needs to be a musical representation for the month. So approaching the month about 2 weeks before, I was thinking about doing the song. So I had a few people that I know as producers sending me stuff. A young producer called Kian, his production stood out for me. And he's only 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yeah, and the beat that he created was just crazy, man. It was like a trap thing. Most people know me for doing deep songs and getting very lyrical, but this time I wanted to do something that was a bit more wavy and you didn't have to listen to it too much and it would kind of just keep the fire burning under you. So that song, MLK, is a trap hip-hop song that's educational, but not going too deep. Yeah, that's my new single.
This man really 10 years old though?
He's 10 years old, bruv. Yeah, he's not doing that Nigerian thing where he's coming over with the mad passport. You know, he's 30, but he looks 12. Nah, he's actually 10 years old.
Well, he's here as well, yeah?
He's here as well. Where is he, man?
Let's bring him in.
What's going on, Kian?
Man like Kian.
Bless you, yeah?
What's going on, bruv? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So, bro, you're 10 years old, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're producing the records?
Yeah.
What inspired you to make the record?
Because I make beats every day. Usually, I just started making beats because I was in the mood for it. And then my dad thought that was a really good beat. And because he's my management and my mum, they thought it would be a good beat for Swiss. They gave it to Swiss and then he thought that it stood out to him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was looking to do something else on the beat, like just something wavy for the club, but then I was like, hold on, let me try this idea on it. And it actually worked and I thought, yeah, let me go with this. And it just turned out crazy, man. Everything got done from him sending me the beat. It was all done within like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Wow.
So yeah, man, it was a good look.
How did it feel to have man like Swiss on your record?
I was excited.
Bet you was excited.
That's blessed.
Man wasn't even born when Broken Silence dropped.
Yeah, imagine that.
That is mad.
That.
So, bro, we've got an exclusive performance today of the record, right?
Yes.
Man like King, bro.
Jeez.
Always a pleasure to see you, Swiss.
You too, brother, man.
Killing it out here, bro.
Thank you very much, bro.
Don't know.
Yeah.
So now we've got an exclusive live performance, Man Like King, the one only Swiss and the Easy. Let's do it.
Man like King, Selma, on the corner, I used to sell mine, tryna fit in my pocket, tryna swell mine, so don't jump on my boat, tryna sell mine. Like Martin, I did jail time, now I'm marching, tryna jail time. If a marksman try to peel mine, I'ma mark him and I'ma peel mine. What goes around like drama, comes back around like karma. I'm dark skinned, I'm not colored. That's word to Wakala. It's not a black thing, versus white thing, versus light skin. No. It's a wrong thing, versus right thing. And that's word to my mama. I'm gassed and I'm amped up. From the top down, I'm black up. Either man down or man up. Stand down, stand up. Martin weren't a wankster. Spiritual gangster. Fuck chains and shackles. Crown chain and bangles. King. I had a dream. I had a dream, I had a dream that all of my squad were kings and queens. I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin. Selma, I got to keep it real, man. My history, I'ma tell, man. My train of thought, that's a real line. No fake shit, it's real time. When I say shit, you feel, man. We take shit when it's meal time. On the slave ship, we still shine. Queening, where's all my ladies that's queening? If you would go get it, you queening. You reading books and you queening. Shining, beaming, as long as we stay breathing. Gangster leaning, stay away from them demons. Martin Luther dreaming. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream that all of my squad were kings and queens. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Martin. Kian. Come. 10-year-old producer of this track. Happy Black History Month. Kian, Swiss, man like King. Peace.